paint laid out.
Calls meeting to order. Salute to the flag, please.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt.
Here.
Mr. Chapman.
Here.
Ms. Farinella.
Here.
Mr. Giannakis. Mrs. Miller. Mr. Bender. Mr. Susselberg.
Here.
Mr. Cassio.
Here.
Mr. Panisi.
Here.
In accordance with the terms of the Sunshine Law, adequate notice of this meeting was posted in all school buildings, the administration building, borough clerk's office, public library, 4 newspapers, and tapped into on January 5th, 2023. Please be advised there is no smoking on school grounds, inside or outside, at any time. Please silence all electronic devices, and pursuant to district policy number 0167, each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes duration, and no participant may speak more than once on the same topic.
Thank you. Any agenda additions or deletions? Okay, comments from the public on agenda items only? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion to approve prior board minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt.
Yes.
Mr. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Farinella.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Susselberg.
Yes.
Mr. Cassio.
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Panisi. We missed you last month, Sarah. Our student representative is going to give us a report. Sarah, when you're ready.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to share some of the events that South Plainfield has been implementing throughout mid-February into March. Beginning with the Tigers South Plainfield Athletics have been achieving amazing things throughout this month. The wrestling team sent 4 region placers, Nick Campania, Justice Niemeyer, Andrew Lineski, and Adam Bowles, down to Atlantic City to compete in the state tournament at Boardwalk Hall. Our wrestlers did a great job and continue to congratulate them for the hard work that they have been putting into the season. The winter track team had an amazing season as the girls won their division along with placing strong in the baton race. This past weekend, Michael Green made it to the state tournament and scored 7 for the long jumps. And finally, we wish our competition cheerleaders good luck at the Nationals upcoming this weekend in Florida. Secondly, the Student Leadership and Spanish Honor Society held their annual Tiger 24 volleyball tournament this past weekend. The gym was packed with supporters, intense competition, and volunteers who helped bring this event together. All proceeds that were raised will be donated to the Brian McAndrews Foundation to raise awareness for road safety. Additionally, the Student Council held the Winter Pep Rally a few weeks ago, which honored all senior athletes and captains of our sports teams. The spirit was loud and the competition between the classes were intense. New games were introduced to this rally, such as half-court competitions, tug-of-war tournaments. The students had a great time, and we can't wait to host our upcoming spring pep rally. Additionally, I would like to congratulate Christina, Perry, Lily, and myself for being selected into the New Jersey Youth Advisory Congress Council. We will spend the rest of the year working with Congressman Frank Pallone to create our legislative agenda that encompasses gun safety, climate change, homelessness, and poverty that will all be introduced to the Congress of the United States. More so, I would like to congratulate Riley Griffin and Prashashni Patel for earning Rotary Student of the Month. And lastly, I would like to highlight this point. As I am the student representative on this dais, it is my duty to be the voice of the entirety of South Plainfield student body. We need to ask ourselves, how can we stop and reduce racial, religious, and gender bias? Thus, I have introduced the implementation of the REAL initiative. R, raise awareness. E, educate our communities. A, appreciate diversity. And L, listening to the needs of our students. To overall tackle the religious prejudice, cultural bias, and racism in our town. Examples of actions under the REAL initiative are student-led panel assemblies, cultural diversification workshops, and informative newsletters and pamphlets for eliminating bias for students to share with their families at home. After speaking with administration, I have found that the goals of my REAL initiative perfectly align with the already existing Peace Committee. I'm glad to have found out that our school was already fostering change within the Peace Committee, and now our goal is to advertise and bring awareness to this great foundation we already have. Last week, the prosecutor's office held an assembly for our students, and this week, our guest speaker, Dr. Pillay, will help our students turn adversity into opportunities. We hope to have inspired voices at this monthly Peace Committee meeting this Thursday. I intend to inspire and leave a positive and resilient impact on the school district, and I encourage all of the students to be the change they wish to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, that was fantastic, and I am looking forward to working with you with the Peace Committee. Great idea. Next. Ms. Richards. This evening, we have the pleasure of a presentation by the South Plainfield Middle School students. Ms. Kelly Richards, Middle School Vice Principal, is accompanying the students tonight, and the students will be presenting on Wingman.
Good evening. I'd like to begin by welcoming our 4 middle school wingmen, as aquariums bunch of guys come up. Kendra Plum, Christopher Zuba, Ben Wardell, and Alex Wardell. These are just 4 representatives of the Wingman program, and they're going to tell you all about that program. But the interesting part about them is that when they were in elementary school, they were the beginning wingmen and the receivers of that program. So it's kind of nice to see them come full circle. So I'm going to leave it over to them.
Hello, my name is Chris, and I'd like to start off by saying Wingman is a unique youth leadership program developed by Dylan's Wings of Change that encourages empathy and acceptance. As Wingmen, we believe empathy must be nurtured, resulting in inclusion for all children. Qualities such as courage, perseverance, and resilience are explored by participants of the Wingman program. They are honored for acts that go far beyond showing respect and kindness, and even go so far as to help strengthen and connect communities. Once a month, 3 to 4 wingmen will go into classrooms. They will use the lesson plan provided by the guidance counselors to create fun and entertaining activities and games for the students to play. Once the games are played, the wingmen will show how these activities connect to good qualities a wingman should possess.
Hello, my name is Kendra Plum. I'm here to answer the question, what do we do as wingmen? Once a month in classrooms at Grant School, we teach 5th grade students social and emotional skills through focused lessons. Our lessons involve engaging activities and games, targeted reflection questions. We often play educational versions of traditional and well-known games, and then reflect on the lessons that they can teach us. For example, this month we played a form of bingo that encourages students to learn about each other's hobbies, interests, and lives outside of school. We use this activity to teach students the importance of kind conversation and getting to know their peers. Overall, Wingman lessons use familiar games and activities to teach students important life lessons. Additionally, we as Wingmen act as mentors for younger students.
Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm going to answer the question on what is the purpose of Wingman. Our purpose is to grow connections as a class by creating lesson plans that teach the students about empathy, kindness, and respect for all. We believe that small actions can have a big effect on a person's life, a so-called butterfly effect, and that kindness is contagious. By promoting these positive actions, big or small, kindness will spread everywhere. On top of this, we make the world a place where people feel more connected and included. The Wingman program does not only benefit the student, it also benefits the wingman. As a wingman, it teaches me how to be a role model and how to be a good leader. The Wingman program teaches us that everyone comes from different backgrounds, and it broadens my perspective on how to lead others. It teaches me how to think on my feet. If one thing does not work well with one student but works with another, it teaches me how to quickly react and change my style. All of these skills I would not have learned without the Wingman program.
Hello, my name is Ben Wardell, and I'm going to be showing you, or telling you what we would do in Wingman. There are several ways that we teach students about these key traits. The 2 activities I will focus on today are called the Peaceable Person and the Us List. The Peaceable Person is an exercise in which we sit in a circle and list the positive traits that would be good to demonstrate in school and in our lives. Then we write down all the characteristics on a drawing of a person, like it's shown right there. And then after we completed that part of the activity, we would ask the students to tell what the best qualities to have are. Next, we would write these down on a separate sheet of paper called the US list. After completing the US list, we ask the students whether or not they agree with it. And if they do, the list will be signed and kept in their classroom as a reminder to keep good character in school and out of school. The US list is basically a contract of behavior and a stepping stone to making the school and the world a better place.
Thank you so much, you did a great job. Thank you, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, great job. All right, we're gonna do a picture so we get in the picture. Wait, do we want to use one?
Yes, they are. Yes.
Thank you. Oh, we're doing another one? One more. Thank you so much, you did a great job. Thank you, and I have just one quick reminder that next month, we only have one meeting. It's a double meeting, COW and regular, on April 19th. So just reminding the public.
Actually, I'll be at Model UN.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Very nice. Moving on, do I have a motion for curriculum A through H?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Marinella,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Sesselberg,
Yes.
Mr. Casio,
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Personnel A through F?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Marinella,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Sesselberg,
Yes.
Mr. Casio,
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Under finance, 1 through 16.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Marinella,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Sesselberg,
Yes.
Mr. Casio,
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Public comments on any item? Seeing none, board member comments? Bill?
Thank you. First, I want to thank the middle school students for their presenting their important program which strengthens themselves while mentoring younger students. Thank you, Sarah, for all you do, and especially the REAL initiative. Things that start at the grassroots level really can take root and make a big difference. There were a couple long-term employees that will be retiring at the end of the year. I've known a few of them, and they'll be tough shoes to fill. Congratulations to the student athletes for the success they had in the winter sports season. I attended part of the music festival last week, and it was just amazing to see not only the talent on stage, but the support of the parents and the community lined up at the gym, waiting to come in and see everything. So it's nice to see events like that, especially in the new auditorium. And last thing on the arts, the South Lakeview Players will be presenting The Wedding Singer as the spring musical March 31st and April 1st at 7 p.m. and April 2nd at 2 p.m. And they've really been doing a great job. I hear a lot of good things on it, and they have a lot of fun. And they even have their pictures up on posters. Right? So if you can make it, it's a wonderful show, wonderful group of kids, and it'll be great to support the arts. Thank you.
Karen?
Thanks. I'd like to also say thanks, Sarah, for your important high school update. You always keep us well informed, and really some good initiatives going on, especially the one that you're doing, the Bill Initiative. Just a reminder to everyone to celebrate National Women's History Month. It's a time to celebrate amazing accomplishments of strong, determined women from the past and the present. Great job by our middle school students and Mrs. Richards informing us about the Wingman program and wishing our retirees an enjoyable, healthy retirement, and want to thank them all for what they have done throughout their years of service and dedication to educate and mentor the children of South Lakeville. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I'm not going to be redundant with everything that everybody else said. Congratulations to everybody, great job. Sarah doing a great job. I'm happy to let everybody know that last week we reached a tentative agreement with the teachers on a new contract, a 5-year contract. Very excited about that. It was probably the most pleasurable negotiations that we've ever had. There were no attitudes in the rooms. There were no problems. It was really a nice group of people to work with, and very happy we could get that done.
Keith? Just going to start promoting. We have a blood drive, platelet drive, bone marrow registry drive on April 22nd. It's for one of our teachers. She's celebrating 10 years cancer-free. So if you can come out and donate, it'd be greatly appreciated. If anyone wants a couple posters to hang up at their place of work, it's local, it'd be greatly appreciated. But again, it's for one of our own. Thank you.
Any other comments? Board member comments? No? Okay, very good. I'll just echo, great job, Sarah. Thank you all the time in what you're doing. And also Mrs. Briskus and the students. It's kind of falls in place with what you're talking about, and they're doing it down there. It was great. And the retirees, yeah, I'm starting to recognize some of those names that are retiring, and I just wish them all well. We had quite a few in the last 2 months, I think, who retired, so I just wish them all the luck. We will have to go to executive session now. There could be action taken. So can okay. So resolve pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act that the board meets in closed session at this time to discuss confidential matter pertaining to attorney board privileges. Attorney privileges. Could I have a motion to exec?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Okay, we'll exec, and I'm hoping that's only about 15 minutes, and if you come back. Okay, roll call. Back to order.
Mr. Bo?
Here.
Mr. Chapman?
Here.
Mr. Farinella?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Sesselberg?
Here.
Mr. Casio?
Here.
Mr. Panisi?
Here, can I have a motion to add policy 7510, use of school facilities, option 1
So moved.
on the agenda for a first reading?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Bo?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Farinella?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Sesselberg?
Yes.
Mr. Casio?
Here.
Mr.
Yes.
Panisi?
Yes, can I have a motion to move the first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Bo?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Farinella?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller? Mr. Sesselberg?
Yes.
Mr. Casio?
Yes.
Mr. Panisi?
Yes, can I have a motion to adjournment?
So moved.
Second?
All right, second.
Second, all in favor?
Okay.
It didn't
All opposed, these adjourned.
guys threw me off, but you can.